Okay, now I'm live. I think I did something wrong there. Okay, so I'm going to give everybody a minute to click on the right link. Here's the right. I'm going to type this in here again, the right one. Okay, let's see now if I can see people. 3 people are on here. Yay. Okay, that means it worked. All right, give me 1 second. I see 5 eyes on me now. And there is the chat. Okay, I knew what I did wrong. So I'm so sorry. Something happened there, and I think it shared the live streaming link instead of the other link. So if you can see oh yeah, I see Deborah and Susie said hello. Okay, so if you can see the chat bar here on YouTube, you can ask me questions on here. The Squee does not let me go live, so I have to switch over to YouTube to do this, and then we'll fling back to Squee for like 5 seconds. Hi, Carolyn. All right, so here I am. My name is Becky Karsten. I'm the independent sales consultant for this party. Thank you so much to Susie for hosting. I am a full-time school counselor for the Valmeyer School District in Valmeyer, Illinois, if you know where that is. I live in Waterloo, Illinois. I have 2 boys, they're 16 and 13, and I have been a Norwex consultant for a little over 4 years. I actually got into Norwex because I was a host. I had never heard of Norwex, complete newbie. A mom on my son's baseball team asked me if I had heard of it, said she was a new rep. I'm all about a party. So I had people that was pre-COVID, you could have actually people in your house. And so friends came over and she blew my socks off. Like I just couldn't get over it. But I thought, does the stuff really work? So I got all my goodies, and trust me, you will get a lot when you host, and started using it. And I fell in love. And for a year, I kept buying from her. And she kept saying, why don't you become a consultant? And I kept telling her I didn't have time. But eventually I just felt like it was something I really wanted to do. And it is the best decision I've ever made. Here I am 4+ years later. It's become a great second business for me. It's afforded our family to be able to go on vacations and save money for better Christmas gifts. And just, I love to shop. And so just all kinds of fun stuff. So there is real income potential there. But that's just a little bit about me. It looks like some of you have Norwex, some of you don't. And I don't want to take too much of your time because I know it's getting late. So I hope you enjoyed those videos. Now, if you jumped on late, that's perfectly fine. You can go back and scroll through all those posts on Squee. I will keep it up. It's just that I won't be on there live. So if you have a question, you should have my cell phone number if you got text reminders. If you RSVP late, it's okay. I'll do a follow-up with you. I will be doing a follow-up to give you all that information. But what I wanted to do on this live was A, answer questions that you have, and then B, just really quickly go through that Safe Haven 5 again. And I think it was Carolyn that asked, what does that mean when I talked about the paste? So let's just buzz through that Safe Haven 5 again. So if you don't have any Norwex, the Safe Haven 5 is the perfect set. My box came apart, but you will get a box of 5 life-changing products. So the first one is our Enviro cloth. Now, this is the cloth that started it all. Norwex stands for Norwegian Experience. It originated in Norway 26 years ago with one cloth, the Enviro cloth. And our founder wanted to come up with a way that you could clean without using chemicals. So we clean mechanically. We always say we clean mechanically, not chemically. What's the difference? Chemically cleaning is how, we've been taught and it's ingrained in our mind. It's got to smell like bleach. Guess what? Clean doesn't have a smell. Our brain is tricked that it has to smell clean, but clean doesn't smell like mountain pine. Clean doesn't smell like fresh rain. Those are all artificial chemicals that make us think things are clean. So cleaning chemically, you douse the surface with chemicals. The chemicals go to work and clean and kill the germs, but guess what you left behind? You left behind a slew of chemicals. You also were touching those chemicals. Your pets and kids are crawling on the chemicals. You might have like rashes or sensitive skin from the chemicals. Cleaning mechanically, you're using no chemicals. You're using the mechanics of the microfiber. And the one consultant on the one video really did a nice job of explaining how our microfiber is different than the cheap microfiber you might buy at Walmart. Those 3 ways that it's different. And the one way is the micro silver that's embedded in here. So you're not going to get a stinky cloth. Now, I think it was Darcy that said she doesn't like the feel. Now, this is a very thick, dense microfiber. It's going to have that, if If you have dry skin, you know, I can feel it right now on my dry skin. Here's the beauty of the EnviroCloth. You want to use it wet. So you're going to get it wet. Once it's wet, it's not going to have that microfibery feel. You can use it dry to dust, but I mostly use mine wet. Remember, this is our everything cloth because you can clean everything with it. I ditched those disposable Lysol Clorox wipes. For this, I can replace all those with just one cloth. Anything that I used to clean with Lysol spray or wipes or anything, got rid of it, one cloth. It will remove 99% of the germs from your surface with just this cloth and water because it's using the mechanics. Remember, we talked about we clean mechanically, the mechanics of the microfiber. The microfiber pulls up to 99% of the germs into the cloth, holds it in there, doesn't cross-contaminate, doesn't let them go. Then the microsilver goes to work when you're done and you've rinsed it out and hung it to dry. That's the key. You've got to hang it to dry. And the microsilver smothers the bacteria and germs in the surface. That bacteria is what causes stinky cloths. So you're not going to get stinky cloths. You can use it several times before laundering. All right. Yeah, Susie said, love the video about cleaning up after chicken. I'm going to be texting you that as a follow-up. You can watch me clean up raw chicken with just microfiber and water. So this is the first thing in the Safe Haven 5. The second thing is the window cloth. Now this one's a much different feel. It's more of like a silky feel. I like to call it our polishing cloth because it's not just for windows. It's anything you want to shine. Windows, obviously, stainless steel, mirrors, granite countertops, marble countertops, the inside of your windows that get foggy and yucky. So, but I always say that the EnviroCloth and window cloth are like Bert and Ernie or peanut butter and jelly. You don't want, please don't buy this without this and vice versa. Wet EnviroCloth, dry window cloth, because you're going to use this wet to remove all the grease, grime, butter, like she showed, doggy nose prints, kids' handprints, whatever. So say your stainless steel fridge is nasty. Get all the nasty off with this wet. Then take the dry window cloth and it will polish to a like new shine. It'll take off those doggy nose prints off the window. It'll take toothpaste that your kids spit on the mirrors. I go in my boys' bathroom, 16 and 13, they're gross. And I wipe off all the toothpaste with this. And then I shine the mirror with this. Bert and Ernie, peanut butter and jelly. Don't have one without the other. The third thing in the Safe Haven 5 is our dusting mitt. And I think it was also Darcy that asked, does this feel microfibery? No, it's well there to see, but this guy is soft. Like it's super soft. It's a real plush microfiber. And so it's gonna act to like attract the dust. So you're gonna just dust and then it's gonna pull and hold the dust into the cloth, not let it go. The other day I dusted our basement for the first time in forever. We have a finished basement, but it's like the kids hang out. This thing was brown. There was so much dust on it. So what I did is I took our rubber brush and I just brushed all the dust off of it into the trash can and it looked like new again. The rubber brush doesn't come in the Safe Haven 5, but it's like $17 and it's great for the rubber brush. I mean, it's great for the dusting mitt, but when we talk about the mop, it's really good for that. You can also just use it alone to brush pet hair off of couches, stairs, whatever. My cat sheds everywhere and we use this all the time. Inside the mitt is a different texture, but not microfiber. Correct. It's hard to see, but it's like almost like a, I don't know, like, how would I describe that? Like the inside of some kind of sweatpants. It's just like a different material, but that definitely doesn't feel like microfiber. Okay. So that's the dusting mitt. I love the dusting mitt because you don't use anything on it. People are like, oh, should I spray Pledge? No, we're chemical free. Just rub it, static charge it, start dusting. Some people might lightly spritz it with water. I don't. I like to get mine soaking wet and wring it out and then clean my window screens. It will take all the dirt and pollen and dust out of your window screens. They will look gorgeous. The mitt will look black and nasty, but trust me, it will come out in the wash. Okay, the fourth thing in the Safe Haven 5 is the cleaning paste. And this is the elbow grease in a jar that video talked about. Now, good news, bad news. So Carolyn, this is what I was talking about. So the cleaning paste, this small jar will last you about 2.5 years. It's not wet. When you think of a paste, you think wet. It's actually like a dry powder and you make a paste. So how do you make a paste? You take our EnviroCloth and get it wet. And then you just kind of rub and make a paste. You can use our Sperry sponges. I love using, get my little bag of tricks here. I love using these Sperry sponges that we have. If you have a glass top stove, This and this will make it look brand new. It will take all the boil over off. But I love that the cleaning paste will do just about anything. I have cleaned my stove, my shower, my sinks. I have cleaned white flip-flops and tennis shoes. We've cleaned our boat seats. I've cleaned my coffee pot. I've cleaned dishes. I've gotten marker off the floor. I've gotten marinara sauce out of carpet because it's just natural soap, marble flour, and coconut oil. It's very natural, but very, very tough. So the good news, bad news thing, back to that. COVID has kind of wreaked havoc on a few of our raw material, like things that we need to get. It's hard for me to explain. I'm never good at explaining it. But they're having a hard time getting all the necessary things they need to manufacture the cleaning paste right now because we're a global company. We get our items for all over the world. So this has been on low stock. For a while, it was completely out of stock. The good news is now you can get it, but you can only get it if you buy the Safe Haven 5, which is the EnviroCloth, window cloth, dusting mitt paste. And then the last thing, which is the detergent, and I'll talk about that in a sec. So if you want the paste, the only way you can get it is the Safe Haven 5 or the Safe Haven 5 Plus, which adds a few more things. Now, say you already have an EnviroCloth and a window cloth, and you're like, well, I don't need all 5. Buy the Safe Haven 5, you're helping Susie, and then take the EnviroCloth and window cloth out and wrap them up in a bow or whatever and give them, they're great. Like they're great for college students. They're great for wedding shower gifts. They're great for anybody who doesn't want another EnviroCloth and window cloth. So if you have some of the things in there, you could pull some of them out because you're getting a discount by buying the 5 items together and then give the ones away that you already have. Darcy, I work for a global manufacturer, and yes, some components are a challenge to obtain. Thank you for explaining that. That's the answer we keep getting is that it's not that they can't make it. It's not that our plant in the US can't make it. It's that they can't get the materials that they need to make all of the products. Like our stain remover right now has been out of stock as well. But lots of products are in stock. And then the last thing in the Safe Haven 5 is the Ultra Power Plus, or you can get the liquid. I don't have that on me. Laundry detergent. Now, this isn't a full bag. This is a half. I'm out of my full bags. The only way you can get a half is if you host. It comes usually with a host pack. But I love the powder. So I usually talk about the powder. And I was never a powder girl. I was always a liquid girl. The reason I like the powder is it's more versatile than the liquid. Yes, it's for laundry. But you can also make an all-purpose cleaner out of it. You can put it in a carpet cleaner. You can use it as a soak. I love it. It's no brighteners, no fillers, no colors. And it really whitens your whites and brightens your brights. And you need a tiny bit. I tell people to throw the scoop away that comes with it. It's way too much. I've been told it's more for European machines. Again, we're a global company. And to go to the dollar store and buy a teaspoon, 1 teaspoon for a high efficiency machine is all you need for a load. If you don't have high efficiency, then you'd need about a tablespoon, maybe 2 teaspoons to a tablespoon. But you don't have to use our detergent. The key though, the rules are no dyes and scents. So it's got to be a free and clear detergent with no scents and no fabric softener. So a very hypoallergenic, I guess, I always say look for the white bottle, Tide Free and Clear, all free and clear, 7th generation, because you don't want the colors, the artificial colors and the artificial dyes and the scents to embed into the microfiber. They will eat up the silver, and we don't want that to happen. Obviously, you're not going to use dryer sheets if you can't use fabric softener. So what I do is I don't use dryer sheets at all anymore. Is I use our dryer balls. You get 3 of these. They're 100% wool. You just toss all 3 in the dryer. They're going to dry your clothes about 25% faster. I was really skeptical, but it does. My clothes dry so much faster. They're going to reduce wrinkles, and they're going to get rid of your static. If you are getting static, it's because you're over drying. These are drying your clothes faster. What causes static? Over drying. If you want a scent, the last 5 minutes, you can drop some essential oils on here. I like lavender on my sheets. Maybe I'll do lemon, whatever suits my fancy. Toss them back in the last 5 minutes and give your clothes a nice, fresh, and natural scent. It will not get on your clothes. It might stain the balls a little bit, but who cares? They're in there for whatever. These last about 2 years or 1,000 loads. My first set lasted about 2.5. They eventually started to unravel, so I knew it was time to get some new ones. We get some questions here. Yes. Thank you, Susie. Okay, so that's the dryer balls. So that's care. What else? The Safe Haven 5 Package Plus, you get everything in the Safe Haven 5. You would get 2 of these that I talked about, the Sperry sponges. You would get one of our gorgeous kitchen towels and a kitchen cloth. So they are ribbed material. This is the cloth. This is the smaller one. This is sunflower. I think the Safe Haven 5 Plus, you get like a light green, but we have lots of colors if you want to buy these separate. What I love about the cloth is these are ribbed. I call these prettier Enviro cloths. They will clean everything just like the Enviro cloth. They're a little bit less of a heavy texture. So Darcy, you might like these better. They're a little softer. And they come in coordinating colors for your kitchen. And then you get the towel, which is really big. It absorbs 2 cups of water. It's great for drying your dishes, drying your hands. Never get a stinky dish towel again. All right. I know someone that's highly allergic to wool, so I'm wondering if any of the fibers might linger on the laundry. That is a great question. I don't know the answer. I will be completely honest. So I can put that on our consultant connection and ask about that. I would think if they're allergic to wool, they might need to be careful, but I'm going to look that up for you. Okay. So you'd get the Safe Haven 5, and the Plus, you'd get 2 of these, kitchen towel, kitchen cloth. And then my favorite, I got to find it in my bag of tricks. I normally don't do my lives in the office. I do them, but my kids are spread all over the house, and my husband, apparently there's baseball and football and all kinds of junk. So I'm in here. So I just have my little bag of tricks. But this is our body cloth. This is the product that sold me on Norwex. It wasn't the cleaning products. Now you can buy these separately in lots of fun colors. If you get the Safe Haven 5 Plus, you get 3 gray. They do come 3 in a pack for $21 or $21.99. Maybe it is now. I think the price went up. But these are very soft microfiber. So they're not like the Enviro cloth. They're much gentler for your skin. And they will remove 100% of your makeup with just this cloth and water. They'll also prep your legs and underarms for shaving. You get it wet. You exfoliate. You don't need shave gel. You shave away. It kind of brings those hairs to the surface. Best shave I've ever gotten. And if you're ready to go full force, like go fully soap free, you can clean your whole body top to bottom with just this cloth and water. Now, not everybody's ready for that. I will admit I still like soap in a couple areas of my body. But this thing is the bomb for your face. And like we go camping a lot, and we just went camping last weekend. You know, the shower house is kind of nasty sometimes and it's not fully accessible. So I just got this out in the camper, and just like before I went to bed, and I washed my face really good and everything. Sorry, my cat just walked in and he's meowing. Somebody left the door open. Go away. Hang on a minute. I'm going to scooch him out of here. Yeah. He wants to sit on my lap. He's my lap cat. All right. So you'd get some of these, but I love these. So that's the Safe Haven 5 Plus. The only other couple things I wanted to touch on the live, unless you guys have questions, is I always do a giveaway. So one of you in here in just a minute is going to win one of my favorites, which is this weird looking cloth. It is our netted dishcloth. This is blue. They also come in gray. You get 2 in a pack. These are one of the few products we have that do not have backlock. Why doesn't it have silver? Because you can use any kind of soap you want with it for dishes. And it scrunches up, and I know it looks weird, but it will get the most caked on, baked on dishes that you've ever seen. Lasagna, brownies, pots and pans. I've had my original for like ever, 4.5 years. It looks rough, but I love it. What I like about this too is when I'm done, this one, it doesn't care how you wash it. I lay it flat in my dishwasher and wash it with my dishes. When it gets like full of kind of like, especially scrambled eggs really get like caught in there. I had somebody tell me one time they threw it away because it had eggs in it. I'm like, why didn't you wash it? I was very confused. But this is going to be a giveaway, but you have to jump back on Squee to be eligible to win. So give me just like 60 more seconds here. The only other couple things I like to touch on is in this crazy 2020, Norwex came out with a new product, which are masks. This is floral. We have a gray, and we have a camo, and we have a little blue kids with stars. I love these because they fit really nice. I have a small face, so I actually kind of twist mine and double them. But if you have a larger face or a wider face, or for men, they fit really nice. The filtration is really good. So they're made of our window cloth material, and they have backlock in them. And the studies that we did on them show that they are much better at filtration than cotton masks. You do still need to launder them just like any mask, but I love these. So these are nice. And then the only other thing is we saw that mop video. But I did want to tell you that our mop system, while expensive, it's amazing. You will never want to mop with anything else again. If you hate to mop, you will love our mop system. You get a dry yellow pad. By the way, this is the original one I got for hosting, 5 years old. I have not had to buy a Swiffer refill in 5 years. Economical. It'll pick up pet hair. We have a cat. Like I said, he sheds, dust bunnies, crumbs, whatever. I always recommend investing in this brush to brush all that off. I rarely wash my yellow pad. Swiffer on steroids. You will also get a blue pad, which is for the wet. So it's like an Enviro cloth for your floor. So you don't have to use the Mr. Clean, the Bona, the Murphy's Oil, a big bucket and mop. And it doesn't matter if you have wood, linoleum, vinyl, ceramic. It's safe to use on everything because you're literally using just water. Susie mentioned she has the small mop. The only difference between the small mop system and the large is the pad size. So this is the large. It's harder to see. Let me back up. This is the small. So Susie said she liked the small for her spaces. I will say I probably sell a lot more large, but I do have people that like the small. So the blue pad would be this big for the large. The yellow pad would be this big for the small. I just wanted to show you the size difference. We also have a few other pads you can buy separately. We have a ceramic tile pad. It's not necessary, but it's a little scratchier if you have an uneven surface. We have a window cloth pad that you can attach to the mop. So if you want to like do telescope, like do your windows with it. And we have a fluffy, I love this one, our fluffier dry pad. Chenille pad. I love this for our basement. We have a vinyl plank flooring and we have a lot of it. And so I go over all of this. All right. I jump back to Squee and Sherry said she can't get on the YouTube live. Oh, shoot. Let me go back really quick. I don't know why. Well, you know what? I think this saves on YouTube. So if it does, I will send Sherry the link and she can watch it later. Okay, perfect, Susie. YouTube can be weird. Computers can be weird. Technology can be weird, but it has saved me in 2020 as an educator and as not only a school educator, but as an Norwex educator. It has completely saved me. All right, I think that's all I have. Before we jump back on Squee, do you guys have any questions? My goal is always to keep this party at an hour, and I'm going to be over by just a few. That's strange. So if you jump back on Squee, I'm going to finish up. I'm going to give away the prize. I promise it's only about 3 or 4 more minutes. You probably, if you RSVP'd with a phone number like before noon today, you probably already got text reminders. If you RSVP'd later, I will get your information off of Squee, and I'm going to be sending the ordering link. I can send the raw chicken demo. I can send all kinds of info. And then you have my contact info. All right. Let's see. Love the bath towels. Yes. Love the bath towels too. So the bath towels will never get stinky. They're huge. They're absorbent. They're beautiful colors. I love, we have a new one that just came out. It's a more plush one if you want a more plush. Deborah, how will we be ordering? So I'm going to provide the ordering link. I'm going to be messaging everybody that. And Susie can give you the ordering link too, or through Squee. If you've been putting things in your cart or starring them, it's created a list for you. So you can do it that way too. All right. I'm going to go back to Squee. If you want to win, you got to jump back on Squee. So I'll wait for you. See you guys.